Let me tell you something. For the first time in my adult lifetime, I'm really proud of my country. And not just because Barack has done well, but because I think people are hungry for change. And I have been desperate to see our country moving in that direction and just not feeling so alone in my frustration and disappointment.
All right, so Michelle Obama, the left's favorite fantasy future president and probably the most famous sufferer of Trump derangement syndrome that I could think of. Apparently she is completely and totally freaking out that the people, you, me, and all those deplorables that she doesn't know, may actually choose differently than she demands in 2024. And guys, she is very, very disappointed. She wasn't very proud of her country for very long because she sure is disappointed now that it's even possible. But you guys have to see this. If you haven't already seen this, you absolutely have to see this. It truly is amazing what liberals will say when they're in the comfort of other liberals. I mean, you'd think that being surrounded by microphones would make you a little bit, I don't know, cautious, but I don't know. Maybe this is what cautious actually looks like. Maybe this is cautious.
You know, are we moving at all fast enough? What are we doing about education? Are people going to vote? And why aren't people voting? Are we too stuck to our phones? I mean, those are the things that keep me up because you don't have control over them. And you wonder, where are we in this? Where are our hearts? What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. It affects us in ways that sometimes I think people take for granted. The fact that people think that government, does it really even do anything? And I'm like, oh my God, does government do everything for us? And we cannot take this democracy for granted. And sometimes
Yeah, so you see that. Michelle Obama is so terrified at what could happen if there's another Trump presidency. So terrified that she can't even sleep at night. And guys, isn't her husband some sort of like constitutional genius? Can't you help the lady out? Just reassure that all that authoritarian fear-mongering nonsense, that's just posturing. That's just meant to prey on low IQ liberals to get you to vote for you. Michelle Obama is not supposed to fall for this stuff. Let Barack explain with the wonderful constitution that we have, with the checks and balances that we have, with the judicial branch that we have. None of that insanity is real. None of that is possible. That is, like I said, just leftist fantasy that's devised to frighten low IQ voters, which of course Democrats absolutely need to survive. Without low IQ voters, I mean, there is no Democrat agenda. But I mean, the only thing that she should be terrified of is if Trump's presidential immunity actually does fall apart in the appeals process or at the Supreme Court, because, no one's even sure how many innocents her husband actually killed, murdered, basically. All we know is it's more than 384, it's less than 800. But, I mean, if there is no immunity for presidents, then just one will probably do the trick just fine. Other than that, the only thing I think she's got to worry about is a secure border, more peace in the Middle East, an end to never-ending foreign wars. Maybe our troops will actually be safe from Iranian-backed forces. She should probably worry about less inflation, low taxes. That's basically all she's got to fear. And honestly, knowing her pedigree, those are probably exactly the things that she really does fear. That is what she really, truly fears. But anyway, guys, that's just my take. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.